feet below the ground, protected by two solid metal hatches located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I had no idea what to expect. It made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it so much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets. Emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace. Friends, family, lovers, all there. If something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed, structured event, all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing that anyone might help me. Oh, they're too far away to help you. Ooh, a note. The entrance to the cave is caved in. There must be another way out. Did it? Could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, it won't last for a second. If anyone or anything hears me, I best stay low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching by pressing left control will give me a chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know I've got it right because of the blue tint in my vision. Because of the meta-knowledge. Plus, I should be quiet enough that I won't be heard unless someone is right on top of me. I remember to shut off my light sources, though. I just realized how dark that is for everyone that isn't playing. I might be a little bit... Can I be nicer? I can turn the blooms on already. Advanced. No. I could turn the noise filter off. I didn't even notice that. Well, you just can't see that at all, and YouTube compression's gonna kill that, so I've gotta keep this on at all times. I am here. There's an office, there's explosives, there's a northern area, there's a storage. So the closest way to go is left. You hear those friendly noises? A large wooden box. That's an acute observation. Ooh, a bottle that I can pick up. I don't know if you could see that or not. Yeah, you probably can. You probably can. If you can't, I apologize. I might try to boost the lighting a little bit in post. I touched a thing! Man, an old man clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet is no stranger. Never seen before, still I know this man. Before me is Howard. I call him father. I don't know if that was such a good idea. Click it again! I never get used to that. Backstrap. Another rigorous shipment standard just carried out. Routine maintenance completed. I've ordered maintained queue twice this week. Increased snowfall, 1 wounded. The wounded figure is of no concern. Back in London, the Germans haven't extended their front line by... Oh, this is back in World War I. Maybe. World War II. 2 men have cut manufacturing cherry bombs on their workers. Suitable punishment would have been from the state of the matter. Dynamite, bayonets, an industrial ice pick for moving ice. Pair of reading glasses, category 7C, because you need them. Reconditioning of mine continues to. Yeah. 1 point curious in December. Find an artifact buried in the soil. Discovered one of the work teams later this evening. After marshalling, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made. The alloy looks like Franklin's. Okay. Oh my gosh. Death mine. Psychotropic deposit. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have discussed mine altering chemicals naturally sewn into the rock may have caused high suicide rates at the Greenland mine. It's here. The university, which is recently conducting studies, count Greenland's national high suicide rate. Locals figure the last 100 years are abnormally high, and 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the national average of 29. That's about double. Schizophrenia, hallucinogenic presence in the rocks. The locals were conducive to the interview, conducive to the interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanations. Inuit spirits known as Tungite live in the mountains. The university is waiting for the results of the chemical test. I have Inuit spirits to deal with, do I? Nout. What is this? That's a chair. Nout. Ooh, hello. Just one. Just one battery. I mean, there's 9 there, but one will do. Reach around that desk pretty far. How about in this one? Nout. Ooh, a typewriter. A child. Ooh. Beef jerky. That's a health item because it's a video game. No. Rotting wooden shelves must have added moisture from that grate. Light! I miss being outside already. I've only been in here for a minute. I could reach that grate, but it looks like it's built into the rock itself. I've been in here for like a minute. Ooh, a flare. Oh wait, that key. Book of Explosives, 1923 edition. So World War I then. Black match fuse. The black match fuse is one of the oldest, simplest, and most reliable. This is actually talking about explosives. String, preferably cotton. That's what fuses were made of at one point. Black gunpowder and backstring, that thing I found on that desk. String should be coated with a thin layer of backstring, which acts as an adhesive. The string is then carefully rolled in the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. Dynamite. Diatomaceous earth, nitroglycerine, and a small amount of sodium carbonate. Ah. Text unreadable. What was that? And then simply form into 2 short sticks. Trinitrotoluene. Trinitrotoluene. Oh, TNT. Trinitrotoluene. I didn't know that's what TNT stood. I've never looked up TNT, I guess. Armstrong's mixture. Ooh, red phosphorus barium. Mixture can carefully and slowly mix to minimize the risk of chemicals. What does this do? It's death mix. It's volatile. Oh. That's interesting. Nothing. Nothing. This must be dark. Painkillers. Beef jerky. Beef jerky lasts forever, so it's perfectly fine being in this damp room. Yeah, perfectly fine. Let me here. I'll leave it to got it. Ooh. R. Where's the E? I don't know. I did it though. It's there. It's set up. There. You gotta push in your chairs. It's a picture of a British platoon. It must date back to World War II. Oh, okay, sure. That said 29, so I guess, yeah, whatever. What did I get out of it? Oh, this thing. Flashing you a message. I'm flashing you a message. I'm flashing you a message.